Morning, guys. Okay, so I was sitting in my $5 yard sale, awesome, comfortable ass living room chair, just taking in everything that streaming services have to offer. And I had my coffee in my hand, and I was looking over at my end table build, my 2-tier Frankenstein end table build, that one, here in the playlist description. Anyway, I was thinking, wow, that's pretty awesome. So I reached over with my left hand and set my coffee down on my wooden end table. And it's a nice end table. We got it, 20 years ago or so when we first moved here because it was log furniture-ish and it looked badass, I thought at the time. And it was something I could never make or build or anything like that. And it was better than an absolute cheap-ass press board type of end table. Anyway, getting to the point I was trying to make. It kind of, I set my coffee on it, and my coffee and me are kind of bonded, and we kind of looked at each other. Now, I know coffee's an inanimate object. Yeah, I do get that. But we still have this must-have each other type of relationship. So anyway, I was looking at that end table. I was thinking, what the heck kind of crappy end table is this? Because now I'm an artist, right? I'm an artist. So the light bulb went up in my head. I got to thinking, in my material container, I have these ginormous, giant, thick pieces of angle iron that are they're at least a 1/4 inch thick. And I thought to myself, they're just kind of sitting in there not doing anything. And I've had those for many years thinking someday I'm going to break those out, cut them up, and build something with it. Today was the day. Today was the absolute day that I needed to do that. And I don't have anything except like the Metabo with a cut off this to cut this steel. So I did, because I'm an experienced welder now, right? No longer a hobbyist. I'm building my living room furniture. That makes me a professional, right? I mean, right? All right. Maybe not, but, people that do it for a living and stuff like that, yeah, probably those guys are professionals. But heck, I'm having a good time. I'm passing the winter away. I'm building stuff. I've made all kinds of just wonderful things out of scrap metal that I think are cool as shit. I just love doing this kind of stuff. So I'm going to build another end table. That's what I'm going to do. While we wait for paint to dry. Candy is absolutely just been a gem. So, yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. But first, before I start my next project, my new end table build, I want to finish up the last project, Candy's next to chair shelf build. She did offer to paint this project for me, but in order for her to do that, I want to get the rest of the rust off of it. So I'm going to prepare this old project for her, so all she has to do is put paint to it and don't have to mess around with any rust or polishing or getting any jagged edges off or anything like that. So I'm going to do that right before I start my very next project with this ginormous angle iron I told you about. Okay, this is my plan. And I deliberately made it so that one end can be open. And I want to put some rebar decorations on this. So this will be the bottom, and of course the other side the top. You'll see. You'll see. Look who's a happy helper. We have black paint. We went to the store. We got some black paint, but we're going to use up the silver. There's plenty in there, right?
Yeah, I think we'll just make it.
All right, he went from bride to the bride.
Yeah.
Show him the check.
Thank you, sweetie. After all, it is made for you.
I got the interior done,
All right, get that check over
so it just has to dry. Then we can flip it, or do a second coat and flip it.
$14,500.
I see you got all your entertainment going.
Yeah.
Okay, back to work for me. I gotta smooth this project out, which I think is gonna be cool as shit, as usual. So I just got the flap disc out, and I'm just gonna smooth the edges out. Alright, I smoothed these pieces out, got all the rough edges off of them. I beveled both sides of it, just slightly. Probably should have did more, but should be good enough. So now I'm gonna take it inside and do a fit test. Alright guys, here's our next project. Staring you right in the face. Something unique. I want to get my welding settings and get this at least welded today and grind it out while Candy finishes painting this. We'll leave the door open so the shop doesn't explode for paint fumes and arc. We're going to be using the Millermatic 255 this time, only because we used the Vulcan the last time. What I basically did was I used the Metabo with a cutting disc on it, and I cut these at 45-degree angles, but I didn't want them all. I wanted an openings into the bottom of this, so I cut them cattywampus. Is that a word, cattywampus? I don't know, but that's how I cut them, cattywampus, just so it'll give it that opening that I want. So it's squared up pretty good, so I just need to tack it up and weld it. Okay, you remember all these extra 3x3s that I had from the end table project? The one right before the shelf? Yeah, that one. Well, I want to use these up. So I used 10 on the last project, the last end table project. So I'm hoping to use the rest of them on this project. And the reason that I'm going to use these 3x3s is because it's what I got. Yeah, buddy. We're going to, because you know when you grind, sometimes you don't grind it exactly level. So we'll compensate for that. That's not a problem. We'll just fill in a little tiny gap here on one side of the 3x3 to the platform. You'll see. It'll work out. We got it all measured out. Everything's level. Or good enough for non-union work. We got 2 of them tacked in to my satisfaction. Let's get the other 2. We gotta grind them out though. Heck yeah! Well, there you go. I did not film any of the welding. The weld in, let's just say, for these 3x3 pillars, because you get it. Yeah, come out okay. These are the welds that are going to show, and they look fine. Okay, if you haven't guessed by now, here it is. This is how it's going to look. I'm going to put casters on this. This is actually the top. I've been fooling around with it, and it could be either, but it's going to be the top because I need to dress it up with some rebar, things like that. You'll see. You'll see. It's going to be badass no matter what, though. Heck yeah! Alright, let's go find a top for this. Hopefully it'll be a diamond plate. I think I have one sheet of it left. I'll have to cut it down. And here it is. We'll just cut this with the Metabo and then grind the edge smooth. But this will be our tabletop right here. Heck yeah! So I'll see you when I'm done cutting this. And here it is, cut and cleaned up. That'll be the top of our end table, which is badass. Heck yeah! Candy still hasn't got up yet and started painting her shelf yet. Getting suspicious. There it is, still undone. I think what she's doing is hoping that she can hold out, and then she'll come outside here and it'll be done. Yeah, I'll bet that's what she's doing. Alright, I'm going to take this out and get the rust off of it before I weld it on. Hi honey, love you.
Love you.
I wasn't talking shit about you or nothing earlier. I knew you was going to come out and finish painting it.
Yeah?
That's why I love you so much. Oh, give us a hug. Oh, give us a, oh, love you. Oh, Hey, why don't you watch your favorite cooking show while you paint?
Thank you.
I'm just making an end table. It's nothing for you to worry about, okay?
I'm not gonna worry.
All right, happy Thanksgiving. I love you again.
I love you. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I love you again. Woo! We'll get it nice and cleaned up. So we'll be able to reach a roller in there, get some paint in there when we're finished, I think.
So creamy against that spiciness from the curry.
1/4-inch steel.
Flavors we talk about.
Are you gonna be welding?
No, not yet.
Oh, good.
Smells like fresh paint in here. Combustible air. See that? That looks good. Hi, hi. Hello, hello. Putting in the rebar. Putting rebar around the bottom edge where I'm going to put a second shelf with expanded metal. Rebar looks good on this kind of stuff. Heck yeah. All right. That's starting to look like an end table now, boys. Look at that. Got the rebar on here. Heck yeah. Now we're waiting for paint to dry again. Candy's finished. She did a mighty fine job, I must say. Making furniture. Well, I'd say this is coming out pretty good. I think I'm gonna take the rest of the day off. Maybe. I don't know. Gotta wait for paint to dry. Gotta clean the shop up. What can I say? I'm gonna have an all steel living room. Heck, if worst case scenario, I could, in case of an emergency, I could push all the tabletops against the window and have fields of fire. Anyway, Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Absolutely. Have a great Thanksgiving with your family. And I'll see you guys on the next one. God bless.